Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Spill the beads with Joyce Trowbridge at Soft Lights Company. How are you doing this wonderful, beautiful Friday morning? I see Debbie and Jenny. And who else do I see? Say hello. Let me know how you're doing. I'd love to see who's beading with us. Oh, Christy. Hello, Christy. And Kristen, of course, that's exciting that you get your son back home for for a little bit before he goes back off to college. Kristen, that time is so needed and good. Hi, Myra. Good to see you on here. So I made this awesome necklace on Wednesday, and I was hoping to make it into a wrap bracelet, but I did make it a tiny bit too short or too long, depending on how you look at it. It just doesn't quite wrap properly. I got too excited to finish it that I did not check again. So with that being said, I think today I'm going to do something, a companion to go with it. I definitely need earrings. I have nothing right now on because I was playing with the beads. I made a dragonfly. These are beads from the kit, and they're so fun. We have a lot of great things going on. We had a reveal on Wednesday, and started off our kit sale. So if you buy 2 kits, you get $15 off. And that is including, I think it's including the flamingo, yes, everything. The fabulous flamingo, the carnival. There's a few of those left, and the enchanted forest and the wild mushroom, which the wild mushroom is the new one that's coming out. You need to use the coupon code 2kits in order to get the $15 off when you buy 2 kits. These are I love this kit. I kind of want to get a second kit myself just because now that I use these beads in my necklace, I want to make a bunch more things. And I do have a lot of beads left. We still have, this is everything from the kit. There's no extras here. So I'm still going to be able to make my dragonfly earrings and a bracelet, which is what I'm hoping to do today. Let's flip over so that we have this. And in the meantime, don't forget to shop our live sale. Did you catch our live sale yesterday? Oh, okay. I thought that this was going to, oh, there, that makes it brighter. Does that make it brighter? I was trying to use this other light to get it brighter on here for you. There was so many awesome things in the live sale. So it's great to catch it live, but sometimes that's hard. Our live sale does go from yesterday until Monday, and you can purchase at any time during that time. You do have 6 hours to check out before you lose items in your cart. And there's so many things in there that I think would go great with what we have here. So with your odds and ends that are left over, just way too much fun. Let's see what else. And the website and the app are probably the easiest ways to shop it, especially the replay, because you can kind of fast forward and rewind a little bit easier on those than on the Facebook, but it is available on the Facebook also. So let's get these little Look at this. Isn't this? When I saw these on Wednesday, I just knew they could make little dragonfly wings. And I thought, okay, we got to figure out how to do it. I mean, I've done them with daggers before. It's been a long time. I was like, I could do this. So I am getting out some 26 gauge wire. And I'm going to guess that it's about a foot long. I'm using my mat as a guide, and that's about the length of the mat. So 26 craft wire. So that's the only thing that I'm adding to this that is not in the kit is the 26 gauge craft wire. We're going to start from the center, actually. Like, how did I do that? See, I didn't finish it all the way so that I remember how I started it when I was playing. Okay, so I'm using two of these drops on either side for the wings. That was in the kit. I have this one for the body, little table cut. I have a little crystal for the head. And then I have these 3 little rondelles for the tail. I'm going to slide the body onto my 26 gauge wire. And I'm going to bring this to about halfway. So good to see everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Now on one wire, I am going to, it doesn't matter which one you do, because you're going to end up doing it on both. We are going to place 2 of the drops. We are going to be doing a giveaway at the end, so put in hashtag forest, and I will get together a sweet little collection for you and mail it off, but you must be present to win. So stay tuned to the very end when we announce the winner. And then I have the 2 on this wire, and now I'm going to go downwards through the body bead. So when you are doing this, if you don't have these exact beads and you want to figure out if you can use a bead for the body, you need to be able to get the 26 gauge in 3 times, and that will make it so that you can make your dragonfly. And I'm just going to pull this really tight. I'm going to pull the other side really tight. Bring them to the center. And I'm once they're in the center, I'm going to pinch with my fingers the wires so that they're a little flatter. We're going to stabilize these in a second. So they're going to be floppy. We're not going to worry about the floppiness. We just want that kind of indentation so that when we go to stabilize it, it'll be easier to keep those wings in place. Now I did that with this bottom one. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this top one. I'm going to put 2 of the wing drop beads. And since I'm coming from the top, I'm going to swoop around and come from the bottom, but I'm flipping it. So now it looks like I'm coming from the top. It doesn't matter. Better. You can, so far we haven't put the head on yet. We haven't put the body on yet. So this could be top or bottom. I'm gonna put that on through. And pull this tight. Try to get these more to the center. And kind of pinch them in. And now I got my wings and my body in place. Feeling good about that. Now I'm going to take the bottom of my body and put it onto this one here. I'm going to put all three of the tail on next. And then I'm going to start wrapping upwards. I'm going to bend the wire around that bottom, the last bead, and then I'm going to wrap it between the two beads. So we get this little curve on the edge and it's between the two beads. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the middle one. And then I'm going to do it again with the top one. Now I'm just doing it on one side. If you wanted to, you can always do this on both sides. But do them on both sides as you go so that you end up over here. Because now what I want to do is, let's see, get that wrapped around nicely. I'm going to stabilize these wings now. So I'm going to come up from behind. I'm going to make sure the wings are centered again. And I'm going to come around to the front and just catch the tips of the wings, kind of underneath the tips of the wings. I'm going to wrap a couple times around the side there and then up at the top. Then back down. And I'm going to go around to this other side and do and wrap around a couple times there. And then bring it to the center. So now I got little wraps around either side to stabilize them. Now they're not flopping anymore. I'm going to take this little one and just kind of wrap it to secure it there. And now I'm going to take this wire and put both wires up through the head bead. Oh, thank you, Liz. And now we got a little dragonfly and we got to make a little loop at the top. I'm trying to decide, do you think this would be a good earring just as is, but part of me wants to dangle it from the sparkly crystal bead. What do you think? Yes, crystal. No, crystal. I mean, I like a big earring, so part of me wants to do that because of that, but then, and it seems so magical, and these are so, I could do I think the flower gets a little lost. I think it almost needs to be this one because it's dark. So I want to make a loop now. And to do that, I'm going to grab my looper. I've been playing with the looper more lately just to kind of play with it because I'm used to my round nose pliers. But sometimes I get my loops are different sizes. So this way I can make sure my loops are the same size. I know, Dee. I do love big earrings, so I think I'm gonna have to put it on because of that. But it is so precious without. It's big, probably big enough for most people. As without. So I got my looper. I'm gonna use the smallest one, and then instead of what I'm doing is I want to secure this wire by making a leg on this other side here. So it's going up and into a circle and then back down. And then I'm going to cut this one. And then make sure that's next to each other like that. So that I can. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Kim. I know this kit I think is Joyce all the way. I really love it. I'm taking this wire and I'm wrapping around both the base and the leg that I cut. So I have this nice little loop and voila, I am done with that. Push that little end in. I got one. I'm going to have to do that again. I know I got really excited when I got asked to do it. I'm like, out of all the kits for me to do the reveal, I'm like, this one's perfect. They're my colors. All right, let's do the same thing over here. I I I hope you do, and if you do, please share on our VIB group. I love seeing whenever somebody makes something from our kits or from our one of our lives or our live sales. It's so exciting to me. So I'm going to take this one. I'm moving this one off to the side. I'm going to make the loop with the other one. So I'm going to go just a little bit above. I kind of twist away, bring the wire over. I like to reposition this by moving my pliers and then finish the loop like that. You know, like you're going to wrap it. And then reposition again, hold on to that loop and pull it downwards so that you can get that little shape. Thank you. Oh, that's so exciting. Please share. I would love to see. And then I'm cutting off that little extra. And then I like to take my pliers and just make sure that little leg is next to the wire so that when I go to wrap this, it'll be easy to catch both the base wire and the leg, and then wrap upwards. Snip off. Are they the colors too? Wow. Well, that would make them extra special, wouldn't they? Love it. All right. So from at this point, I could just like put them up on my ear wires because that would make them really cute. But I am going to add the crystals because I like big long earrings. I think I'm going to use the crimping method with this one. I could do the 26 gauge and maybe even do a wrap around it. But for some reason, I think I'm really feeling using the lapis and using the magical crimper to attach it. I like doing this mixed look. A little bit of wire, a little bit of beading wire. So I'm just cutting a couple pieces that are, maybe like 3 to 4 inches. Oh, you got it. Yeah, wire is so amazing, but it does take a little bit of grace to yourself and some practice. And I think this is like one of my favorite trios. The trio is, and I used some of it on Wednesday, is the lapis blue, the amethyst purple, and the fluorite green. And I just think those look so good together. That's why I had to get them out and use them in my as a braid in my piece on Wednesday. All right, so now I'm going to go into this loop, go back up. Now I'm going to I know I have a scrap. There's my scrap pieces from Wednesday. They're laying right here. I know they're here. I find that to make my magical crimper work a little bit easier for me, I like to have a third wire in there. And I'm leaving a pretty decent sized loop because I want it to just dangle freely. I want it to look like it's lying on my ear. I'm going to put that crimp inside the crimper, squeeze down gently. The first round gets that ravioli look. Bring it to the side, press down again. And then I find the little by little, rotating it little by little is the way to go on these. Instead of trying to smush them in less, because then I end up smushing them. Whereas if I do it little by little, I just mold it into the bead so much easier. And then cut off these extra wires. If you haven't used wire a lot, I would say, doing it with the craft wire is one of the best ways because then you have a lot on the spool. Don't be afraid to, if it's just not feeling right, to start over. Cut it and start it over. If you're doing a pair of earrings, I really typically like to build up a pair of earrings at the same time. So instead of finishing one and then finishing the next, I like to get them to try to keep them as even as possible, especially when I'm doing a new design, or it's someone new to wire, if you do this one first, like that first part, that middle part, and then move over to and do a second piece, do them in stages. Do get the wings on, then get the tail on, and then stabilize and but go from one to the next and work them in stages together. It will make them more even, and you'll probably like the process a little bit better. Because that's typically that I think is where a lot of what helped me over the years. So we're gonna get my crimp at the top here, and then I'm gonna bring this down. I'm gonna probably just end up sticking that one down all the way to make it easier for me to get this in place. And again, I'm probably gonna go with a slightly larger loop because I like in earrings, I like to make bigger loops because it makes things flow and dangle nicer. Stick in a little piece. Yes, catnip is I think it's something that most people like. For the longest time, nobody ever really thought about doing it that way, and it's definitely more something we're sharing more because it is when you do it like an assembly line where you're doing the same step onto each, especially for earrings or something that you're doing multiple links that are similar in a necklace or a bracelet, when you're trying to get that repetition, if you do those steps, you know, like an assembly line, it's so much easier to learn it for one, because you got that, and to match it. All right. So there we go. I think, let's see, did I get these to be right? The great thing is sometimes when I crimp these, I end up, yeah, they're going to be in the wrong direction. So I'm going to just gently move the silver hoop to go in the other direction. Wasn't thinking about how it's going to attach to the one above. And then I'm going to just stick my ear hook. Oh, I love it. So cute. Let's do the other one. Oh, thank you for all the love. It makes my day. Spill the beads on Fridays at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Just really is a great way to end the week on a fabulous note and kickstart some creativity for the weekend. I'm going to try to match that size. Pop another piece inside. That's what I like about all these little bits. We can just pop them into the crimp and then cut off the rest. It just works so much better for me if I do it this way. Squeeze gently, rotate, squeeze gently, and just keep on squeezing until the tube turns into a bead and it's all secure. And there's no more movement. You'll like be able to squeeze it down and like you'll feel that there's no more metal to move. It's already been formed. There we go. Oop, let's get that one closer. Crystal. Woo! Ooh la 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 la. I love it. Hello, hello, Anne. I'm so glad that you could join us. Yeah, pop in a third wire, one of my little scrap pieces in. Let's get this loop to match though. Even though I think my head is a little crooked, I think I tilt my head a lot. So I probably could manage to have them different sizes and no one would know. And again, for yours, you can totally, totally just do the dragonfly. I'm excited to see what else I got because I have some beads from live cells and I have some other beads in my stash that I feel like it might be a big dragonfly weekend. How many dragonflies can I make? There was a time I was making a lot of them and I just haven't done it in a long time. And I kind of did these ones a little different than than in the past. Of course, I might need to go get another one of these kits because I love this kit so much. Oh, don't cut. Make sure you're only cutting the wire that you want to cut. Oh, I almost cut the loop off. That would have been fun. Okay, let's get this one on. All right, so I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited about these. But also, I need to change my ear hook. I find that if I wear them just as is, that the end, because the center point is like makes this end stick out, and yeah, I can pinch it, but it doesn't. What works better for me, I find, is if I take my round nose or these loopers on the second to last and just press this down a little bit so that it curves the ear wire a little bit more, changes where the center of where it's going to hang from my ear, and then it keeps this from being pokey in the back of my on my neck. It's just something, when they're um manufactured ear wires in general, I have a tendency to have to like adjust them in some way to make them hang better for my ears. So that's what I do is I just kind of like grab it with a pair of round nose or the loopers or maybe a pen or something that's round about the same size, knitting needle, something like that. I just find that works and it just is better. And then of course you could put the little doohickeys on the back if you want. Okay, I got to put these in because I love them so much. And we still have a little bit of time and I have all these beads. So let's try to make a cute little bracelet with our remainders. I love this. I love this dragonfly too. This is a little pewter dragonfly from the kit. And these butterflies, I want the butterflies in something. Right. Okay. All right. We like those next. Oh, I think I might like that. Okay. I think there's a start of a bracelet. I don't need this one to be as fancy as my earrings or my necklace. So I could keep this a little more simple. The a one-step looper, I don't know. I think I might have said one-step looper. I meant to say the looping pliers. Is what I meant to say. A one-step looper. At the moment, I'm not sure, although there is rumors that we are testing some out. So who knows? We might end up having them. We'll see. As the looping pliers, I love these looping pliers because it's because they're not a cone shape. They're more solid. It's easier to get the same size when you're doing multiple. Um, when you have to make a lot of loops or matching on your earrings, but even when you're holding, like, say, 2 wires at the same time, they're very helpful. Do I want these in? Maybe, maybe not. I think I'm going to save these. I think I want crystal in, though. I want the crystal in. I think I got myself caught up, and now I don't know where I'm at. Okay, let's see. I think I want to do it like that, like that. No, like that. There we go. I'm gonna get this. I'll save those. We can just keep it simple like that. There's the link in the comments that you can get for our looping pliers. Are we happy with that? What would it be like if we dangled butterflies? I think we're going to dangle some butterflies in that. But let's get this part strung up. Use some of the dark blue lapis beading wire. Oh, what happened to my bead stopper? Isn't that fun that you got extra bead stoppers the other week? I think that's great because I can never get enough of these. I'm gonna just see how this goes. I might want to add something. I might want to. Be nice if I can keep these in my hands. I like the blue showing off in that little crystal. Mm, I think I want to put one of these spacers before this one. Just a nice simple bracelet to go with my. I kind of feel like I do need that green in it because in my necklace. I'm filling in the necklace, but not in the bracelet. Maybe probably because I want to use these in the bracelet so I can look at them on my wrist. But maybe it needs to be those. Yeah, I think those little butterflies need a dangle on here, so we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it this way. I need a few more beads, and I'm not surprised. I kind of knew it. Okay, so I think we're gonna add this on both sides. Spacer. Another one of these. Spacer. And another one of these. And that should do it nicely. Make it comfortable. And then I'm going to just I got my lobster that I'll probably put on. But while I'm Oh, I'm going to use that. Did you see these magnet clasps? I think that goes really well with that. You can pick those up on our website, and I just think these are so great. They have this little notch so that they don't just pull apart this way. Makes them very secure. You can. It's in our Shop What's New section. That is linked in the comments. Thank you, Kristen. So now that's the other thing I haven't. So I'm using kit except for the 26 gauge for the earrings and this magnetic clasp that I think will just go so well with this. Oop, gently press this into place. Nice. Now let's go do the other one. I think it does. I think that just gives that look. Shoom, shoom. There we go. I like to keep my magnetic clasp together when I put them on because it's easier for me to kind of hold on to it, especially on the second side. I can then hold it this way on my hand. I know it curves into a bracelet nicely. I didn't pull it too tightly. Um, and I can kind of spread my hands a little bit so that I can get in here. Crimp my crimp bead without my tool getting cut on the magnet. Alrighty, there we go. You know, sometimes magnets don't work for everybody, so I understand that. But this one is because of these little notches, they just kind of go in, click into place. You get the notches into place like that, and voila. I like my chunky bracelets a little bit bigger because if I make it too tight, they just they make me feel like I have too much on my wrist. So I like my chunky bracelets a little looser, so that works out good for me. Now I got to hang these little guys. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hang them with some wire and crimps, beading wire. Hi, Zach. I'm glad you made it. I know this is such a beautiful kit color. I love it. Okay, so I've thought there's a possibility of attaching it through since it has a large hole to the flowers. So let's see if I like that. I think this isn't going to dangle as freely though, now that I think about it, but it's kind of cute. And they do move, like it does move. And that's kind of cute. But I think I'm just going to just go like this. Do I want I'm thinking. Oh, that might be kind of the cutest. Do I like that better? Where it's kind of like it's sitting on top? That'd be kind of cute. I mean, I'd make it a little tighter. I mean, that kind of sits kind of cute like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it that way. But I need a crimp. I can't just like put the wire on there. So we're gonna put a crimp on and let go through and make a little loop. I don't like it. I want it just enough. Okay, the magical crimper is a little hard to do it in this size or in this space, I should say. But we're gonna make it happen. I would maybe do this with a regular crimper. I think the next one I'm gonna do it with a regular crimper because I think it would be a little easier. And they're just gonna like flitter around like a little, that's cute. Let's do another one over here. I was gonna dangle them, but I know I was thinking I needed to make them dangle, but now I kind of I'm like, I like it like this. They just kind of whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's okay to change your mind. I would also, dangling them would look so cute. Ah, you ordered some of the butterflies. Awesome. You'll have fun with them. They're so sweet. It's great that we have this on two different platforms so you can switch up if one gets frozen. Oh, I was going to switch up to the other crimpers, but that worked. It worked a little bit better this time. Little butterflies. Okay, now let's see. I think they are going to kind of like just move and flitter. Let's put one over here. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you, Debbie. I think this one is this is such a fun kit. I'm so happy it's working out. Oop, that's kind of too short. Let's make a little bit longer piece. And we're going to make a drawing very soon. I got 2 butterflies to attach, and then we're going to make our drawing. So if you haven't already, make sure you put #forest in the comments. So true. There's so many beads in this kit that there's still extra beads. I can make another bracelet to stack up. And then one more over here. So I think I used up all my crimps. That's okay. I have more crimps, and you can find more crimps. We put 20, and usually that is plenty for a project for several projects in our kits. But I also have some extra from my last kits, and you can also get crimps on our website. I did make a pair of earrings. I made little dragonfly earrings earlier. So you can catch this on the replay on how I made the little dragonfly earrings. Now I'm just making a companion bracelet for my set. Oh, are we? Yes, we ran out, and when I restocked the last time we restocked, um, they were out also. So I will take a look and see if they are back in stock so we can get them back in stock. And voila, now I got little butterflies flitting around on my bracelet. And I mean, this is so good that I can't even tell which side I'm putting this on. Okay. There we go. Now I got little butterflies on my bracelet. So cute. And they just move. They're going to be a great little fidget toy for me while I'm sitting and waiting at the doctor's office or something. Waiting in line at the grocery store. Awesome. Awesome. Let's. There we go. Hello. Okay. Let's get that earring back on. And we have a winner to two. So did you get your hashtag forest in? Oh, absolutely. Those butterflies would be great as earrings too. I would love it if you do. And if you do copy what I make, I think that is fantastic. And I hope you share it on our Facebook VIB group. Or email me if you're not on Facebook and you just watch from YouTube. Email me at Joyce at softflexcompany.com because I would love to see. Let's get our hashtag forest winner. And we're ready, set. Who's the lucky winner? Winnie Pillar. And I think I just saw your name. Hello, hello. There you are. Wonderful. I'm so glad that you are here still. And email me. You can email at info at softflexcompany.com your address, and we will get you an awesome prize your way. Congratulations. Thank you. Ooh, it's really dark on me now. Well, what are you going to do? Thank you for joining me today. I now have my necklace from Wednesday, my earrings and bracelet from today, and I'm all ready to have a great weekend. I hope you are too. Please share on VIB Facebook group if you make something from this kit. We'd love seeing it. You have all month long to do that. And if you do share, it enters you to win, I believe, something at the end because it is part of the kit. So you want to use what is it? I know it's on here. Nope. Nope. Hashtag Enchanted with your if you do something with the Enchanted kit, and that will enter to win at the end. We have $15 off when you buy 2 kits. You can still get this kit and our Fabulous Flamingo Carnival and the new Wild Mushroom. If you're afraid to use the Mocha Mousse color of the year, this kit is going to help you get through that because it is full of gorgeous beads. And yeah, make sure you use the coupon code 2kits to get that $15 off. And if it's over $89, you get free shipping in the US orders. Absolutely, Debbie. Absolutely, Debbie. You're using the kit. That's all you need to do is use if you're using the beads from the kit and you use that hashtag enchanted with it, it will get you in there and you can copy them. That is what we're here for, is to inspire. And I cannot wait to see what you do. Oh, wow. I just realized how perfect it is. This is my background usually, but it's perfect for Enchanted. See you next time. Kristen's going to be, don't forget to shop the live sale from today through Monday. Kristen's going to be back on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Have a great weekend. Keep beading. Bye.